Sexual harassment is, frankly, is what a court says it is. There's certainly a legal standard that courts employ, which is to say that the harassment has to be first unwelcome. The harassment also has to be severe and or pervasive. For example, the most serious type of sexual harassment that would occur would be some sort of sexual molestation or rape. And so that may only happen once, but because it's so severe, that can constitute unlawful sexual harassment. Even if you don't have a severe sexual harassment incident, if you have numerous, for example, verbal sexually harassing statements, even without physical touching, but if there are many and it occurred over a long period of time, that can constitute sexual harassment because it's pervasive. The civil rights laws don't just prohibit sexual harassment, they also prohibit harassment based on other categories. So for example, if someone has a disability, say a learning disability, and they are made fun of by their peers or by their boss, there's a cause of action under the Americans with Disabilities Act for creating what's called a hostile work environment. So although that has nothing to do with sexual harassment, it is another form of harassment based on a protected category that's unlawful. Similarly, if somebody who is African American is harassed at work or called the N-word in that manner, that can be a hostile work environment based on race that is just as unlawful as sexual harassment. In order for there to be a viable sexual harassment claim, there also has to be damage that's been done as a result of the harassment. And the fact is, it is the rare case where a woman is sexually harassed and not emotionally traumatized by it. Unfortunately, many women that are the victims of sexual harassment make two principal mistakes. One, they fail to go talk to an attorney about what's happened. I mean, they just suffer through it and try to persevere, which oftentimes simply just results in further damage. Unfortunately, the second thing is that it's pretty common for women that are sexually harassed to not tell other people about it. And even worse, to not go to see a medical professional or therapist or psychiatrist or psychologist about it. And those wounds don't heal on their own. So we routinely advise clients that come in that are in that sort of scenario to seek the medical attention that they need. Part of my approach to handling sexual harassment cases is informed by the fact that I'm a big brother. I have a protective instinct, in part due to my being a big brother. And so I think that informs my approach to sexual harassment cases. I mean, it makes me mad when these sort of things happened. And if I wasn't aggressive enough already, I tend to get a little bit more stirred up about those sort of cases.